In the course of electronics, microcontrollers are one of the main subjects that are taught in colleges. So in this video, we will see how to get started with the basic microcontroller, that is 8051, and how we can use the debugging software to write the code. For the software, we will use Keel. We just have to go to their site and click download. Then we have to go to product downloads, as we have to use the 8051 MCU. We will choose the C51 software from the 4 options given. Then we will be redirected to a form filling page where we have to fill all our details in, like your name, your last name, your email ID. You can put the name of your college in the company section, select your country and put in your phone number. Put in the name of the device we are using. I just put the name of a more advanced version of 8051 microcontroller. Also, you can put in your branch name in the job title section. After filling the form, we can submit it. The page will again be redirected to another page and we can find the download file for the software we want. Just click on it and wait for the software to be downloaded. After it's downloaded, run the setup file. Now in here you have to write in the details you submitted earlier on the site, like your name, your last name, company name and your email ID. After filling it, click on next and the program will be installed. When we open the software, we can see there is a blank space. What we have to do to get started is create a new project. We can do that by going to the project menu and clicking on create new project. Don't forget to click on yes when this dialog box appears. Then select the device we are using, that is 8951, which is an advanced version of 8051, and click OK. Now to get started with coding, we have to right click on the source group and select add new item. Now as I'm going to code in embedded C language, I'm going to select C file, and after we save it, we get a blank space to code in. Now let's get started with the coding process. As we are coding in embedded C language, we have to include this reg51.h library, which automatically addresses all the registers in our microcontroller, so we don't have to go to the trouble of doing it ourselves. Then there is a void of main in which we write the main codes which are going to be executed when we run this code. Now what I have done here is I have assigned the input output port P0 of the MCU as an output, and then I assigned it a random 8-bit number. Which means when we run this code, we can see the 8-bit number being shown on the output. To do this, we can press F7 to build the target and go to the debugging mode, which, as the name tells, allows us to simulate the code. Now to test this code which we have written, we need to see the input output ports. We can do this by going to the IO ports menu and selecting the port we want. In this case, it is P0. And now we can press F5 or simply click on the run to run the simulation. As you can see, the data we put in the code is pushed on to the IO port, and we successfully created and tested our first C code. Now let's take a look at a few example codes from the textbook, which will allow us to learn a bit more about embedded C coding. This code adds two 8-bit numbers that we provide in the code and displays it on an IO port. Let's go through this code step by step. First is obviously we include the reg51 library. Then we have the main void where all our main code is written. Then we assign x and y as unsigned characters. This enables us to further assign a value to the character. We assign an 8-bit value to both the unsigned characters. Then we set port P0 as output port in this line. After that, we add the two values assigned to the unsigned characters and push it onto the IO port P0. We will write while to make the code run continuously. Now when we go to simulate this code, we can see the output gives us the desired addition of the two 8-bit numbers we provided in the code. Now let's take a look at a similar code which allows us to provide two 8-bit numbers in real time, adds them and displays the answer in real time. Once again we include the reg51 library and we have the main void. Then we again assign two unsigned characters in this line, same as before. Then we set port P0 and P1 as input and we set P2 as output. Then we create a while subvoid inside the main void and assign the values to the unsigned characters A and B to the values we put in the set input ports P0 and P1. Then we add those both values and push it onto the output of port P2. Once again we will simulate this code to test it, and as you can see, it works great. Now let's take a look at a different example code which makes the pins of the port P0 toggle on and off. Once again, we start by including the rec51 library. Then we create a void named delay with an unsigned integer t. The code in this void provides the delay we want to toggle the pins. Now in the main void, we create an while subvoid again to make it toggle continuously and set p0 as all high. Then we call delay function we created above and we put in the amount of delay we want. Then we turn off p0 and again call the delay function. And when we simulate this code, we can see all the pins of port p0 are toggling on and off. The code works perfectly fine. Being a student of Thakur Polytechnic College, I want to thank the subject teacher of Embedded Systems and Microcontrollers, Mrs. Rita Vora, for inspiring me to make this video, and without her, this video would not be possible. And if you learned something from this video, do like the video, share the video and subscribe for watching more videos like this.